In 2024, the American Go Association, AGA, held the National Brilliant Move Go Artistry contest with a wide range of submissions from different players, determining the best, the most beautiful Tesuji from that year. And to ensure that the quality of Tesuji was high, they even invited a panel of judges. There were 3 professional players and 3 top-ranking US amateurs. In the contest, there were 3 major categories: brilliant moves in fighting, dragon killing, and endgame Tesuji. And I'm going to show you the 5 winners across all categories. And just because I don't know which one is number 1 or which one is number 4, I'm going to show them in my own ranking from 5 to 1, from just great to truly mesmerizing. And without further ado, let's begin. Number 5. This is Alex Chi as white versus Eric Yoder as black. And by the way, we have a wonderful interview with Alex on Go Magic, how he became so crazy strong. In this game, black, Eric, has a lot of territory. Here on the right, the bottom, the top, and white has something tremendous going on in the center. The question is, can white keep all of it? Because in the game, Eric played here. And for a moment there, it seems that white could be in trouble. White stones don't have liberties, so the 3 stones and these 5 stones, something could die. And if black could kill some of these stones, black would win the game. Unless Alex can come up with a Tesuji to save everything. Feel free to pause the video now to think where you would play as white. Remember when they asked Lisa Doll how he managed to find that magical move in Game 4 against Alphabet? And Lisa Doll said that he just looked at the position and that was the only move that he could see. There was no other option. And of course, that sounds like Lisa Doll had a good sense of humor because I think none of the people watching could see that Tesuji. But some Tesujis do feel like this. They feel like they're inevitable. And it's like solving problems sometimes. You're looking at a position and you quickly realize that all the moves fail. Nothing works except only one move. And that has to be the solution. Like for example here, if white tries anything like this push, then this escape is Atari for black. So black will Atari, Atari again, then close white, and these stones will die. Of course, the same will go if white Ataris from here. Black will just extend, and these stones will die again. Nothing seems to work until you find this move. It throws a very loose net over the black stones, and black can't escape this. I think this move would be easier to calculate if we imagine that these black stones are not here, and that this white stone is not a crazy attachment. White is just making this great shape here, and this nice knight's move here, and this makes a lot of sense. But it just happens to be an attachment, and that's why this move is hard to visualize. After this, even if black tries to Atari here, white would escape, another Atari, white escapes, and with this stone there, black still can't break through. White tries to push, block, and black simply doesn't have enough liberties to continue this fight. But this move was inevitable, so this is only number 5. And let's move on to number 4. This next game is Richard Duan as black and Ninhan Duan as white. 2 players with the same last name. The 2 players are friends, but this is competition, so everything is serious. This is a 3-stone handicap game, and it's in late middle game now. It seems that black is doing really well here. Black just killed all of these stones and all of these as well, so all of this is dead. And this corner is dead too. But white is a 7-done player. So white plays here now, killing this group. And at the same time, this group is already almost dead, and white believes it is dead. And if everything here dies and white takes all of these points, white would still win the game. This example is similar to the one before it, except it has the smell of dragon danger. Now, black's dragon absolutely needs to live, and black needs to find a brilliant way to save it. So you can pause the video now and think, where would you play as black now? This one requires a bit more calculation and connecting a couple different ideas into one solution. Black would very much like to capture this white stone, but if black tries playing here directly, of course white is going to escape, and the black group would die. Same would happen if black pushes from here. White extends. So black needs to be more subtle. And the trick lies in the fact that actually these white stones are not so strong yet. There are some tricky Ataris here that black could still play. And so in the game, black played this attachment. It is clearly threatening to play this move next, after which black would just live. So it seems that white needs to play here and help the stone. But having taken one liberty from these stones, black can now Atar, Atar, and unexpectedly Atare. And the white stones are captured. Black is safe, and black wins the game. But however beautiful this may be, this is still a one-way street, and it's still a relatively short variation, and it's, again, quite inevitable. This is the only way. Black plays here, everything else clearly fails, and this way black lives. And this why it's only at number 4. How do we get better than this? Well, our next example will do exactly this. It will do all the same things, but with a higher level of unpredictability. Let me show you what I mean. At number 3, we have this game played in under 18 division, I think. White is Andy Joe, and I don't really know the name of his opponent. In the game, black just played here, killing off these 3 stones, and then this whole white corner is dead. I'm not really sure if this move was that necessary, because even if white now connects, it feels like maybe white cannot make 2 eyes after this. But in the game, black played here, made sure the corner was dead, and now it seems that black has an advantage in terms of territory. But white is very solid here, and also before white played these moves, captured these 3 stones, and became very strong in this area. And if white is strong everywhere, white could think about attacking this group. In the game, Andy engineered a beautiful AI-approved combination that just destroyed this area. You can pause the video now and see if you can find it. With so many white stones nearby, it feels like this is an overextension almost. Maybe black would like to have this stone somewhere closer to feel safer. But with this stone far, far away, white plays an attachment to try and disconnect the stones. And if black knew what was coming, maybe black could have been a little more careful here. Maybe black could have covered like this and then maybe given something up and then just saved these stones. But in the game, black played here and double Hane. Atarid. White extends, and now black could take this stone and save the group, but in this case, white would Atari and get this stone. This is a little too much, so black decided not to give it up like this. Black played here, but now Atari. Another Atari. Do you smell the danger? Now white connects, and black is practically trapped inside. Black tries to push. White extends. Black pushes, and surprisingly, white plays this Atari. And at this point, black resigned. If black saves the 3 stones, white will play here with a beautiful tiger's mouth connection, and the black group will die, and the game is over. This whole combination is especially fascinating when you know that Andy is not a high dawn player. A lot of those other games are played by 7, 8 dawn players who are like the top ranking amateurs. But this is a 1 dawn, finding this precise, perfect combination that just settles the game so effortlessly. Well done, Andy. But from here on out, the top 2 examples are going to have everything. Precision, elegance, and most importantly, the element of surprise. Something you don't really expect, and then it happens. So let's have a look at number 2. In this game, black is Jeremy Chu, 7 dan amateur, but his opponent is a strong Korean professional, Hyunjin Lee, who actually made it to 2022 quarterfinals in Samsung Cup. So even though black is 7 dan, he gets 20 points of reverse komi in this game. And with those 20 points, black seems to be comfortably winning, but now Byoyomi is about to begin, and the 7 dan pro suddenly plays here. And we discover that the entire black dragon is not quite alive here. This is only 1 eye, no eyes here, no eyes here, this is a false eye, nowhere to run. So black needs to find a Tesuji now. What happens next is a very beautiful sequence, and it's not just about one move or two moves, it's about the entire sequence being played in utter precision. And I recommend that you pause the video right now and try to find at least the first move. And I said the first move because if you've seen some Tesuji books or Tesuji encyclopedias, maybe you've seen something like this before. Black plays this wedge, which creates some weaknesses in white's shape. Now, we can't possibly see all the variations here, but in the game, white extended. Then black made this exchange. Now, clearly one-eyed. And black extended as well. This threatens to capture the 3 stones, so white has to extend. Next, Hana here. White has to cut. And now, in line with the first Tesuji, here's the next unexpected move from black. Black is not connecting here, not extending, but black is jumping here. This move throws a very strange net over these 2 white stones. Now, white can save them, and this is what white did in the game, but now black can connect and extend the liberties of these stones. White captures these 2. White seems to be fine, but another unexpected move follows. And actually, you could pause the video again and try to find the next move for black, like how to continue from here. Black has to reduce the liberties of the cornerstones, and the best way to do that is to throw in first. White has to take. Now, this false eye, white has to extend. Now this threatens making an eye, and white needs to prevent it. Of course, at this point, white could still take a different turn and not play here, just make eyes here, white is alive, and black would make another eye and live in Gote. And white would be winning this game in this case, if not for the 20 points of reverse komi. With those 20 points, black is winning. And the 7-Dan Pro knows this, so he can't really play this. White has to try and kill. Now, Atari. White connects. Atari. And if black captures these 4, black will be alive, so white has to connect. And finally, black extends here. And the game is over. There's nothing white can do. Black is going to live here. Let's see, if white disconnects the stones, which white could do, black will blocks, white connects, black makes an eye, and this becomes a seki, but the seki is only temporary because these white stones don't have 2 eyes. So as soon as black attacks them and kills them, the seki will be gone and all of these white stones will die. So even on Byoyomi, with the time pressure, Jeremy managed to find this incredible combination and save the game. And if you're wondering how we can possibly top this with our number 1, I think what's lacking here is the element of complete surprise, when nothing in a position seems to be giving signs of a Tesuji, and yet, very unexpectedly, it happens, and nobody saw it coming. And before we get to number 1, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember that on our platform, gomagic.org, you can not only admire beautiful Tesujis like these, but also learn how to play them in your own games. So if you haven't already, go check out our interactive video courses. And now, let's get to game number 1. Black is Ryan Lee, and white is Michael Chen. In the game, white just played here. And it seems that everything is protected. But white's liberties are a bit tight. You see that these 3 stones have only 3 liberties, and the 2 stones next to them have only 2. And there's a black stone right here. So with all this in mind, black came up with a brilliant endgame Tesuji. As always, you can pause the video now and try to find at least the first move on your own. Instead of a natural Hane on the first line that we see in every game, in the game Ryan played this attachment. White responded this way. And now, of course, if black simply connects on the first line, this wouldn't be the brilliant Tesuji. White would just Atari a couple times, protect everything, and that's it. But in the game, black continued with this Hane. It seems that everything is okay. white can Atari like this, and everything's fine. At this moment, both players took a break from this area and played a few places elsewhere. This point is very big. White captured here. Black captured these 2 stones. White wedges. Black responds. White plays this Hane to prevent this move from black. And finally, Ryan goes back to this situation. And the follow-up is this Atari. This is one of those sequences that is hard to see, and only when it's played against you then you realize that it's working and you're losing the game. If white now simply takes the stone, black can now Atari once again. And if white takes, this is double Atari. Black was slightly ahead in the game before this, and after capturing these 2 stones, black is certainly winning the game. So in the game, Michael was forced to connect here instead of capturing, and this allows Ryan to play this Atari on the first line. This sets up a ko, and this ko is a big success for black. This ko is quite heavy on white. If white loses it, these 3 stones will fall and the game is over. And on the other hand, black is only risking these stones, which black didn't really have, so this is a flower ko for black. Black was a little bit ahead even before this, and with this combination in place, black is safely winning the game. And this was our top 5 of the AGA 2024 Brilliant Moves contest. And I think this was also the first top 5 or top 10 that we ever did on the Go Magic channel. So what do you guys think? Do you like this format? Do you want to see more of this? More Tesujis? It is from some ancient historical games? If you like this, leave your opinions in the comments, because there's been many miraculous Tesujis played in the history of Go. And as always, this is Go Magic.